All right, I think we're live again. Let's wait a couple of minutes until it's officially 8 o'clock and give people some time to join. Let's get the camera right here. Yes, that's better. Hello, here we are again. Good to see you again, my friend. Let me quickly get everything ready here. And of course, one of the most important things, some music. Yes, yes. How's the video and the audio on your side? Everything okay? Thanks for the stream. It's my pleasure. This time a bit of a smaller set, not as huge and as long as last time. So it's not going to take 3.5 hours this time. Okay, perfect. Thanks for the feedback. All right, it's 8 o'clock, so I think we can start. For everybody that is joining me, would be super nice to see you in the chat. I'm also, of course, here to answer all of your questions and just talk a bit like we did last time. Alina, hello. What do you have for us tonight? I have for you tonight, as it said in the video description already, I'm going to do another Ninjago build. Jungle Dragon is the one I'm looking at today. So this one was originally, this was one of the giveaways I did when I had, I think, 250 subscribers on YouTube. And unfortunately, the person that won the set was from the UK, and delivery on the set would have been more expensive than just ordering it a second time. So I had a spare copy of this one. This was actually going to be the one that I would send to him, but since it didn't make any sense with delivery and everything, I just ordered a new one for him for winning the competition. So this is the one we're going to be looking at. Cool colors. Yeah, I really like the color scheme of this. Actually, the entire wave of the last Ninjago set, I really enjoyed the colors they went with, so the whole Islanders team. But I got a couple of them, not all of them, but this was one I'm really glad actually that I still have a copy of this one, because it's a super cool set. Of course, a nice dragon again, that's always nice to add to the collection. And with that, I think we can start. Again, like last time, I guess you saw my speed build video I did last time. I'm going to try to do the same. I think it worked out quite well. So I will see if I can make that work again tonight by doing a live and speed build in the same time. Let's open this baby up. Using my old and trusty brick separator. Yeah, there we go. Hey, George, good to see you again. Nice to have you here. This time it's not going to take 3.5 hours. So maybe you can make it to the end this time. All right, there we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags. but all of them not that big, it looks like. Everything nice in one instruction manual, just the way I like it. Is it still in the shop? Yeah, I think it's still available. This is a 2021 release, so it should still be available. No issues there. I even saw that at least where I'm from, there is some really good discounts going on the 2021 line of the Ninjagos. So you might even be able to pick it up with a nice discount. Hi, George. How are you doing over there? Very good, thank you. Let me just organize everything here. I have to visit a party in a couple of minutes, a wedding party. Oh, nicely stuck in the smoking at the moment, but I won't wait till the end, Bill. No problem, no problem. Weddings sounds like a good excuse. You could have come up with a worse one. Just one question, and I've been wondering this, and I have didn't ask this to anyone yet. I did a build of a city set a while ago, and I noticed that they have a lot of like 4 or 5 instruction manuals for all the little separate builds. What do you prefer, actually, you guys? Do you prefer like one big instruction manual, or do you like the way if they split it up into 4 or 5 bags separately? Eric Gabriel Scarlett, hello, good evening there. Nice to see you here. All right, let's start with bag 1. It looks like we're getting right into the minifigures with this. Yeah, it looks like we're going immediately into all the minifigures, actually, or at least a lot of them. George, I like the one big, but I do understand multiple bags if completely separate builds within the set. Yeah, I understand it, absolutely, but I also prefer everything. It seems like a bit of a waste of the paper that they're using, and for me, I don't really see the necessity that much in it. Xavier, I'd rather have one big book, makes it easier to clean up and catch it back when needed. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Books, not bags, yeah. Yeah, no, I fully agree. Like one booklet for me also works much better, and it's easier to keep a track of them because if you have a bigger collection of Lego, the instruction manuals anyway tend to take up a lot of space. So I have this system in where I have it sorted in these binders, but by now I have, I think, like eight binders or something like that. It's really ridiculous, and yeah, it takes a lot of room to keep them sorted like that. All right, let me see. First minifig. The first minifigure we're building here is, I think, called Zane. Yes, Island Zane. All right, I wish you folks a nice time. Enjoy the build. Pirate Matey got to crash a wedding party. Woohoo. Have fun at the wedding, and I'll see you in the next live build or in one of the videos, of course. Good that you had some time to join us here. Look, I'm immediately messing up again. I forgot the arrow holder on the back of this minifigure. All right, he gets a bow and arrow and this disc thingy with a dragon pattern on it. Thanks for sure. All right, that is minifigure number 1. The lighting is not that great. Sorry about that. Let me see if this helps. Not really. Yeah, we're building all the minifigures at once. That is actually not too common that they choose for that direction. All right. I have 3 hats here. Ah, that's right, because we're going to stack 2 of them for some reason. Which one do I need? The one with the big smile on his face. I really love this mask. I will show it to you in just a second. So the mask on this one, I really love it. It's so cool, and it reminds me of the Pirates 1 Islanders. They also had masks that resemble this a bit. Not as elaborate, not as nice as the design is on this one. Oh, my dog is in the back walking, disturbing the video. All right. And the last minifigure, but I do think, oh yeah, there's 4 in this set. So we're building 3 now, and the 4th one is coming a bit later. So some of the elements that I'm using here, they are actually identical to the one to the minifigure I just made, which is a bit of a shame. I always prefer it if there's a lot of unique elements, and it seems here that that's not the case. A lot of copied stuff. But we get a weird-looking minifigure with a double hat that is pretty unique. So while I'm building, let me tell you a little bit about my week, because I did some interesting Lego purchases still. All right. The 3rd minifigure, one with a double hat. I really have to figure something out for the lighting, because this is really not that good. I'm sorry about that. This works a bit better. And I guess, yes, we're going into the first little build now. But yeah, I still had a coupon for some reduction at a local toy store, and of course I needed to get that out so I could use it still before the end of the month. And I managed to pick up another new creator set, a creator 3-in-1 set. And for the first time, and I will be doing a review of that as well and a speed build, Jurassic World set. I have not so far done anything of that theme. I do quite like it, but it's just not really one of the themes that I'm most enthusiastic about. But I got a nice little set that I think will prove to be an interesting build at least. How many pieces is this set? I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. But if I had to guess, I think it's about 400 or 500. So a bit in between, not too big. So again, it won't take 3.5 hours this time to get it done. Last time I also misjudged the time that it would take a bit, because I really expected to be done in maybe 2.5 hours. but with the chatting and everything included, it took a lot more time than I anticipated. Not that I'm complaining, because it was super fun. So what are we building here? It looks like some sort of a flying jet type thingy. I will look it up for you how many pieces this is when I'm done with this little bit here. We got some stud shooters here. All right. I love how they always put the little symbol when you have stud shooters, indicating you should not shoot someone in the face with the stud shooters. Always make me think, how much harm can you really do with one of those things? But I think it's good that they put it in there at least. The dog really wants to be in the video this time. Almost done with the first part. Building a little flag here with a printed piece. Always nice to see that. I'm not a fan of the stickers usually in sets. I know I'm not the only one, but always happy to see some printed pieces in there. This is a cool little method. And then 4 times the stud shooters, the studs. So there are some people that joined us. Again, if there's any questions or anything you want to join the conversation in one way or another, be my guest. I'm here to answer questions and just have a chat with you guys. All right, so we have a little flying little vehicle, I think, with a flag on the side. And that's bag number 1. A lot of spare pieces for that one. Oh, wait, let me put everything that's finished already. Let me put it so you can see it a bit. The camera is not really that. I'll put it on this side. Do you have many other Ninjago sets? Well, I'm very late to the Ninjago game because I always thought that Ninjago is not really my theme. But when I started building some of them, I was really impressed by the quality and the amount of detail in there. And honestly, I also really love the Asian themed sets. So Ninjago fits right in there. And yeah, I've been pretty convinced about Ninjago from that on. It's not a theme that I really want to own everything from, because there's also some sets that I really am not interested in. But in general, yeah, I really like them. I think I might have like 15, 20 other Ninjago sets from bigger to smaller. So I have the complete line with the Skull Sorceress, the Dragon, and the Dungeon. Super cool sets. And then some random sets, not specifically from any theme. But the idea for the Skull Sorcerer's Dungeon and the Dragon is that it would fit really well within my my Hobbit and Lord of the Rings theme. So I'm going to do an edit of it. I'm going to mock it a bit, and so it fits well as a volcano base with a dragon next to it in my Lord of the Rings and Hobbit selection. Let me quickly look the piece count up. It's at 71746. 71746. It has still available at lego.com. 506 pieces. So there you are, George. Sorry for the wait. Let's open bag 2. We're going to start with the dragon. Yeah, it looks like these bags are not too ridiculously filled, so this shouldn't be too hard of a build. Anyway, if you know some of the other dragons and also the mechs from the Ninjago line, I think a lot of them have some resemblance in the way you build them. So if you have some experience with that, it always makes it a bit easier. And I already see some resemblance with the Skull Sorcerer's dragon, for instance, in the way this is built up. So I'm expecting a smooth build here. So George, how about you? Do you like the Ninjago theme? Is it also something you're collecting or not so much? I know that you are very much into the Star Wars sets, but what other themes do you like the most? I really like the colors in this one. The dark teal turquoise color. Super cool. We even got some dark pink bricks in here for some reason. George, I have a few Ninjago sets, including Ninjago City and the Bounty. Man, Ninjago City. I am still in doubt if I'm gonna get it. Oh, the City Gardens. I mean, the Ninjago City. Of course, it's almost impossible to get it now, at least for a normal price. But I'm still in doubt about getting the City Gardens. It's such a beautiful set. But also the city and the docks, really, really cool. I'm still bummed that I missed them when they first came out, or at least chose to not get them when they came out. Started getting into Harry Potter, George. I know what you mean. I was also like I like Harry Potter, the books and the movies, no problems there. But I just never been a huge fan of the sets. But I think with the last wave, they did some really, really nice stuff. And there are absolutely some beautiful sets in there. And of course, it helps that my girlfriend is actually a huge Potterhead, as they call it. So it's a good excuse to buy some Harry Potter sets because she also likes it. We're getting to some stickers here. Where did I put the sticker sheet? On this side. I would love to get an anniversary set with the huge Hedwig. Yeah, I know what you mean. That is a beautiful, beautiful set. And that's what I mean. Like, there's so many great sets out there. I still have the grand piano on my wish list. The Ninjago City Gardens is on my wish list. The anniversary with the big Hedwig is on my wish list. There is just too much to even start about getting it all, unless you're a millionaire, which unfortunately is not the case. So yeah, still a lot of stuff on my wish list. And I'm very, very in doubt about the new the new Super Mario set that they released, the question mark block. It looks like a super interesting build, but I don't think it like aesthetically offers as much as I would hope from that line. I'm a huge fan, by the way, of Nintendo and all their characters, mainly the Legend of Zelda, and I'm just a bit let down by the first Lego Mario set because it's not really what I was expecting. I would have loved it if they had some normal sets and minifigures instead of the play sets that they have now. There's some really nice ones out there, and of course I couldn't help myself of getting a couple of them, but it's just not exactly what I was hoping for. And I love the NES. That was a super nice build. And this question mark block, like the nostalgia that's in there, if you played Mario 64, which I did, of course, there is just so much little details in there that I'm really in doubt if I'm going to get it at one time. But for the moment being, I think there's other stuff that has my preference at the moment. And City Gardens and the Grand Piano are absolutely one of those the examples that I'm still thinking the most of getting them. Almost done with the stickers here. A lot of stickers in the same time. I'm coming to the chat as quickly as possible again. Excuse me while I finish this up. George, my main thing on the wish list is the UCS at, but not sure I will be able to get it. So as you might have noticed from my channel, I'm not really big into into Star Wars. Same thing as with Harry Potter. I love the movies, especially the older ones. The newest one, I'm not a fan of. But for the Lego sets, I'm just not really a huge fan of it, so I'm not too familiar with that. But the AT-AT that you're talking about, the UCS, how much is it? What is the size of it? You have to help me out here. This is one of the fields I'm not too familiar with. George, my friend has a grand piano. It's an amazing set. Yeah, I know. And for me, I'm a musician. I play the piano and some other instruments. Well, piano is not my main instrument, but I know how to play it a bit. So I think it's just really cool to have a playable piano built from Lego. So the AT-AT is not released yet. Rumored at $800. Man, that's a lot. About 7,000 pieces. That is a crazy amount. I can get why you're saying, like, I don't know if I'll be able to get it. That is really a lot. Yeah, I think one of the main things that I don't really like about the Star Wars sets is actually the price. So as you said, 1 second, yes. As you said, $800 for 7,000 pieces. Normally, if you do a good piece to price to piece ratio, that would be around, like, say, $500 to $600, right? Not 800 for 7,000 pieces. Like, it's very expensive. I don't really get why they. Well, I do get it. It's a licensed set, right? So they have to pay a lot to use the name Star Wars in that sense. But just the sets are so expensive. It really makes it hard for you to collect them, I guess. Is it still coming out this year, the AT-AT, or is it something that will probably be released in January or something? I have a cousin, by the way, who is a huge Star Wars geek, and he also collects a lot of Lego sets. So I'm pretty sure that he will he will probably be getting that, although the price seems very high. I suppose this year, but not seen a date yet. Okay, so it might still come before the holiday season, which would be a smart move for them to release it before the end of the year. Although getting a Christmas gift of $800, that seems a bit a bit excessive, if you ask me. George, I'm lucky that my dad loves Lego. We have 13 UCS sets thanks to him. Man, that's a crazy amount. But that's super nice that you enjoy the hobby, both of you. Like I talked about in the last stream that we did, I also had kind of the same. My dad was not as much into Lego as I was when I was a child, but he definitely enjoyed it and really didn't mind spending some money on it and building together with me. So again, it's super awesome if you have a dad or a parent in general that shares the same hobby as you do. I think we're almost done again with bag number 2. Ah, this is cool. There's a nice little angle that we're working on here. I will show you in a bit. Still one small part to build. And the last pieces. Still 2 of those. And now let's attach the whole thing like this. Nice, that's a cool mechanism. George, I love it when we do joint builds. We have great fun building. Yeah, I can imagine. That's one of the best things ever. All right, so the results so far. There's a super interesting angle going on here that they did with the hinged elements. So this is not movable, but it's really cool that you get this crooked shape in there. Hello, Lego Kermisbuurt. Nice for you to join. What is this for Lego set? I'm building the Ninjago Jungle Dragon. And we're off to bag number 3 out of 5. So this is going quick. We have the head of the dragon in here. I almost forgot the head of Lloyd, I think it is. Again, I'm not too familiar with all the Ninjago stuff. I never watched the show. I heard a lot of people saying that it's actually a really good show. It should be on Netflix, so I could check it out at one point. So we are still, yeah, Lloyd, the last minifigure, is in this bag. Let's get him done first. Some dark green elements going on. I got a head piece. I still need this one. Yes. And he has a bone. I don't know why he has a bone, but he has a bone. The last minifigure. This is going fast, a lot faster than last time. Let me not forget this little element like I did last time. There we go. He's looking angry here. All right. Let's put a sword in his backpack thingy. There we go. Last minifigure done. George, one set I would really recommend as was fun to build and had amazing details is Brotor New Asgard. I saw that one. Again, another theme, the whole Marvel and DC. I think I watch all of the movies. I'm very familiar with everything, but the Lego sets don't really do it for me. Again, because the price just seems a bit out of balance for me. They tend to be very expensive, and I really like a bit more bang for my buck. So if it can be at least the price per piece ratio below 10 cents a piece, that is really always what I'm aiming for. If it goes above that, I always have a hard time spending my money on it. Especially with the knowledge that that Lego is actually doing like incredibly well the last years. Of course, it's a company; they need to make profit. But I think if they push it over the 10 cents per piece, it seems a bit excessive. I know what you mean. That one just stuck out to me. The Brotor New Asgard. Yeah, absolutely. That set looks super, super unique compared to the other Marvel sets. It's really a set that I didn't expect them to release it something like that. But that is actually also on my wish list, not because it's Marvel, but because it's just a really cool, unique set. And since that one is not really that big and expensive, I will probably get it at one point. This is nice. This is nice. So we're working with a couple of technical elements here for the tail. Super nice. So the tail is actually really nice and detailed and easily movable. Now I get some repetition going on. I need to do 3 times the same element for the tail. At least I'm assuming it's the tail. Yeah, it has to be. It's never a good sign to get a lot of repetition in these sets, but I guess with this one it really makes sense, especially if it's able to move in a bit. That would be super nice. And it looks like it does. A lot of these 2x4 with a hinge on it in this set. Not a piece you see too often anymore nowadays. All right, we're going back to the technical elements. Three times. And now we do the same we did with the last one to get a nice moving tail. I think this is almost done. I will give you a close-up look again. Oh. Yes, now we're going to connect it to the body. Like this. That's a really, really cool way of putting this on here. Where's the last one? There's the last one. Let me quickly adjust the camera a tiny bit, because the build is getting a bit too big. And now I need a lot of these. George, the dragon looks a good size. Yeah, it does, especially with the way they put the tail here. It really looks like it's getting quite sizable. And I think the set is like $40, €40, something like that. Seems like a pretty decent deal for 500 pieces. And especially if you can pick it up for a bit of a discount, which should be possible to get it by now. Okay, we're going, I think, to the hat already. So this bag is almost done. Then I can give you another close-up look of what exactly is going on here. We get some more stickers. Let me see, like this. And we get some more stickers on there. Number two. That's this one. And I put it like this. And one more like this. And I guess that's going on the hat. Yes, it is. With this side here. That's super nice. I think that's going to be a lot of posability in this set. I had the same feeling with the Skull Sorcerer's Dragon of last year's Ninjago wave. It almost looks like like a shrimp when you start building these. Pretty funny. And the last sticker, then we're finally done with all the stickers. But it does look good. I might not be the biggest fan of the stickers, but at the end of the build, they look quite okay. Nice little dragon hat piece here. All right. Are we going to put this like this? Oh, no, we're going to put it in. So he's even going to get a tongue. Ah, that's nice. I was wondering why this dragon looks so derpy, but that's because the tongue is actually sideways. Uh-huh. We're going to get these. Ah, that's it for bag 3, actually. Some horns for the dragon. And then we're going to put it on its head. Nice, 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 nice. Here we go. What we got so far. So like I told you, the dragon looks a bit derpy with his tongue sticking out like this, but I really like it. And he has a bit of an underbite. Oh no, we can still move it to the back a bit. But the posability seems great of this. And I love how they did the tail. It moves super smooth. You are racing through this build. Yeah, I am actually. Well, again, 30 years of experience in building Lego, so I think that's where the speed comes from. Yeah, I got everything, some spare parts, and then we're off to bag number 4. That looks a great build. Yeah, it does. It's super nice. I love the horns on the dragon, the way he looks with that derpy face, the tongue a bit sideways. Now it's time for some arms and legs and some wings, I think. Does this even have wings? I don't think so. Well, yeah, it has some wings. Okay, it has some wings. All right, bag 4. That seems like a very small bag as well. So this shouldn't take too long anymore. Let's get rid of all the plastic again. So that's also something I think we're looking for next year. Lego is going to probably replace all the plastic bags with paper. So that's interesting. I don't really know what to make of that, but we'll see how that works out. Mm-hmm. How long are we working on this now? 48 minutes. That's not too bad. So this should be done in like 1.5 hours, I think, max. Okay, so these are the hind legs that we're working on right now. Come here, dragon. I'm going to give you some legs. The derpy dragon. Yeah, the posability of this one is going to be really nice, looks like. A lot of the olive green and teal going on here. So glad I brought that color back after it having been away for a couple of years. And your second hind leg dragon. I guess I'm working on the claws now. Yes, definitely some claws. Is the dragon the last part of the build, George? Yes, it is. It literally only consists of the dragon and the minifigures and the little jet, or what it's supposed to be, that we build in the beginning. So after the dragon, it should be done already. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's not going to be 3.5 hours this time. But maybe that's for the best. So what project have you been working on? Something interesting at the moment? Was a good build last time. I finished watching it the next day. Yeah, I noticed in a comment that you left. Super nice. Thanks for that. It took definitely a bit longer than I expected. And the second claw, let's put it on there. And that's bag number 4. Only one more to go. Almost done. Let me show you the result again. Let's move those claws a bit. Nice. He's coming together. Those legs look a bit small compared to the rest. But I guess once the wings are on there, it should be a bit better. George, Harry Potter, Polyjuice Mistake, Chamber of Secrets, and my dad has the 1998 Batmobile to build me. That Batmobile is cool. That is something that I would also enjoy building. It's really cool. It brings back a lot of memories. I also I think a bit younger than your dad, but I still watch the old Batman show. And it's super cool. So that is really a nice set. And the minifigures in that one are super nice. The Chamber of Secrets, that's the big one, I think, right? Is that the one with the snake? The snake? All right, last bag. It's looking good so far. Some more adjustable parts here. So more movability. Always nice to see that. George, yes, that's a snake. Those two sets and the fluffy encounter all fit together to make it one big build. Yeah, that's super cool. I can't believe they didn't do that before in the way they did it this year with the Hogwarts castle. That's super nice that it's all connectable. and also a good way of them making more money, because I think if I would get one of those sets, I would want all of them to really have the big castle complete. So that's one trap I'm not gonna fall in. I already have the huge micro scale Hogwarts castle, which is one of my favorite builds ever. It's so amazing, but it takes so much time to get it done. It's broken down at the moment, so I have to rebuild it at one point, but it's gonna take so much time. So I'm still postponing it for the time being. Hello, Dux. Did I say that correctly? Dux, the hyped gamer, bro. Only one watching, but I'm here. I'm here. That too. I will sub. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much for joining me. Well, it's no surprise that there's not a lot of people watching at the moment, because this is only the second live build that I did. So it's still not that common for me to do this. So let's give it some time. In the meantime, I'm glad that that there's at least you guys joining me here. George, that's what happened. We broke the cheapest, and getting up ended getting up the other two. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, it's so nice that they are able to fit together. If you get one, then yeah, you are really, really likely to also get the other ones. Dax the hype gamer, yes, keep it up. Thank you so much, man. Nice to see you here. All right, here we go with the first of the arms. They're gonna go here. He has a bit of trouble standing upright, but that's probably because he's not complete yet. One more arm to go. We're almost at 1 hour. I expected actually to finish this one within the hour, but that's not going to be possible. Dax the hype gamer, supporting people is a happiness. Thank you so much for the kind words. So you're new to the channel, are you? I haven't seen you around yet. I am happy supporting you. That's very, very nice. Where are you from, if I may ask? From India. That's super cool. Nice to see my supporters, subscribers coming from all over the world by now. I already have chats with people from literally all over the world, so that's super cool. But you're the first one from India, as far as I know. So I'm really glad I'm also reaching that part of the world. Yes, I am new. Can I ask how you ended up at my channel? Was there a specific set that you were looking for that I did a review of, or something else? I agree. It's great to support you. You have great content, very enjoyable to watch. Thank you, George. The thing is, of course, I do it because I enjoy it, but that's the main thing. But it's also super nice to try new stuff like this, like the live streams, live builds. And so far, it has been very, very enjoyable. Dax, no, I'm a public supporter, but I like Lego. Okay. So you're not too familiar with the Lego, if I understand correctly. Well, everybody likes Lego, right? Am I? Or am I mistaken? Some people might say they don't, but I think deep down everybody likes it. All right, we get another arm up there. And I think that finishes the dragon itself. So now only we have some more wings. I think everybody does. Yeah, exactly, right? All right. So we have the dragon here. I like the way he looks, actually. He's a bit more bulky than you would expect a dragon to be, and especially if you have him in upright position. Usually the front arms are a bit shorter or smaller, but that's not the case with this one, but it makes him look very menacing, actually. So let's see if we can put him down, if he stands up for us. Yeah, he has a bit of a hard time standing up. He's a bit top heavy. I don't think this is going to work, but I think on the box art, he is also standing down and not standing up. So that might explain why it's impossible for him to stand up. Yeah, that works much better. Nice, nice, nice. I like the Star Wars sets. Oh my God, looking good. Yeah, right. It's coming along. The only thing we still have to do is build some wings for this bad boy. I really enjoy the posability, the tail being able to turn like this, the hat being able to turn all the way. Of course, his mouth, super super nice so far. Only a bit of a shame that he can't stand upright. That would make him look very very menacing. If you like Lego Star Wars, then George is the right one to talk to. He and his dad do a lot of Lego Star Wars builds. And it's really, really impressive. So I'm curious how how the wings are actually going to work. How this is going to be put together. George, thank you. You're very welcome. Dutch, it is a little heavy. It's not standing. Yeah, it is a bit heavy on its own weight. But again, on the original box art, it also seems like he is only on all fours and not able to stand upright. A bit of a shame, but understandable. The wings are actually not that big. It looks like they're quite short, actually, quite small. Let's first build both of them before we attach it to the dragon. I don't know what I'm building now, but it might be like some sort of a saddle on top of it, so you can ride a dragon. All right. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool little way of doing this. It's sort of a saddle to put on the dragon, so the minifigures can ride it. and the last wing, and then put everything together, and we should be done. Almost forgot a part. That always happens. Every build at least a couple of times, right? That you have to take some steps back, or you make a mistake, or. But this build has been quite fast. Do you like Star Wars sets? I personally am not a huge fan of Star Wars. I like the movies, especially the old ones. But the Lego sets, not that much. Mostly because I think they're just ridiculously overpriced most of the time. They're super expensive compared to other Lego sets. Of course, it makes sense, right? It's a licensed brand, so they also need to pay Disney a lot of money to even be able to produce them. But for me, Star Wars is not really one of the themes I'm that much into. For me, it's mostly the more fantasy themed sets. All right, we're gonna put the last bits on the dragon. But like I said, George, that's also in the chat here. He knows a lot about the Lego Star Wars sets. He and his dad collect them, which is super cool, of course. All right, there we go. Dragon with a little saddle. And we have some wings, like this. There we are. George, I love Lego Star Wars. Dax, do you want to learn say hello in Indian language? Sai namaste. Did I say that correctly? Sai namaste. Namaste. Oh, say namaste. Oh, yeah, namaste. I heard of namaste, actually. All right, there we go. The only thing from what I see so far is actually the wings. They are very, like, I can't imagine any dragon being able to fly on these, let's call them weak wings. There is not really a lot of beef to it, but the color scheme is quite nice. Looks nice. The movability is super cool. Namaste. Yes, you are correct. That's good. Let me quickly put the minifigures and everything on there. So we have the dragon. And then some minifigures. It looks like Lloyd is supposed to ride a dragon with a bone in his hand. Let's make him put that right above his head. Does that even fit with the sword in his back? That's a good question. It does. And then Zane is supposed to ride the little jet here. And then the build is complete. All right. I don't think it flies in the series. George, that would make a lot of sense. If it doesn't fly, if it's more of a ground dragon in that sense, that would make a lot of sense, because these wings don't really seem like very useful to fly with. Duck, so it's very on. It's the dragon. Dragon is looking good. Have made any Lego city? Have you? Yeah, I did make some Lego city. Let me show you this one more time. So we have the little minifigure Lloyd on top of here. Dragon moving in all directions. The tail is really cool. The movability in the tail is really awesome. Let's put him here so you can see it a bit. But it actually makes sense if it doesn't fly. I like his underbite and the crooked tongue. Really cool. All right. And now one last thing, which I always do, a little shot of the spare parts. I always think it's interesting to see what spare parts are in a set, because sometimes you get a lot, sometimes you really get only a few. But this one has a nice amount of spare parts, also some useful stuff like some weapons and accessories. I love how easily the tail moves, George. I completely agree. It's so cool. Like with other Ninjago dragons, or dragons in general, they are always on these, like, I don't know exactly what the word is again, but the parts that we have for the legs, for instance. So you really have some movability in them, but it's not super smooth. But the tail, because they used Technic pins, it moves super smoothly, and that's really, really nice. And combine that with this, with the stupid look on his face, with the tongue sticking out to one side, I think we can conclude that this is actually a pretty nice build. And the color scheme is just super nice. What do you guys think about it? The final model. I'm not a huge fan of the little side build that we get with it, the little boat plane thingy. But the minifigures are super cool, especially the two of the islanders. One with the double heads. But again, this mask, I love that mask. It's so, so cool. Do you know Alok? No, never heard of it. Him? All right, that one is done. So let me see in the back here. We still see some other Ninjago sets. For this one in the right corner here, the Catamaran Battle, I already did a review, speed build and review. That is on my channel. This one we did now, the Dragon. This one I actually still have waiting to build, and this one as well. So apparently I have all of these sets, and two of them are still waiting to be built. Especially this one I'm looking forward to. That's gonna look really nice with this dragon and the catamarans. I really like the dragon, George. I agree with you about the small build. Yeah, right. The small build is not really that interesting. And it's also not that clear to me what it is supposed to be. If it's like a jet or a little boat, or could be both even. Maybe we can get some information out of the cover. Yeah, it looks to be flying around in the air. Well, at least that's one part of the build that can fly, right? Because the dragon clearly can't with these flimsy wings that it has. Dax, he's a DJ player and is very famous. You look like him. Oh, I will look it up. I will look it up. Bye, I'm sleepy. I will meet you in another stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Actually, this is the end of it. I would like you guys to. I would like to thank you guys for joining me again on this super cool little build. Luckily, it didn't take 3.5 hours like last time. We did it in 1 hour 15. That's a bit better. Pretty decent time for a set of 500 pieces, I think. Of course, keep your eyes open, because I will still do a speed build video of this and a review video of this with my final verdict about this set. Last thing, George, by Dax, please check my Star Wars build. Yes, check George's channel, because his channel is super cool. It should be in my liked channels on my page. And thank you for joining. I will see you guys in the next build. Bye.